The Fantastic Four trailer dropped today, and there's a ton of reaction on social media, some positive and a lot negative in terms of the discussion going on. And let me be clear up front, I have no interest in this movie whatsoever. Not because I'm not interested in the Fantastic Four, not because I think a good story can't be told, because Disney and Marvel have lost all of my trust right now. Now, there might be a random movie that comes out that I'll go check out, like a Deadpool and Wolverine, but if you look at the track record of Marvel after Endgame, they have a very, very low batting average, extremely low, and it's only when they have the heavy hitters. And right now, all of the stuff surrounding this movie has basically showed me that this thing is DOA, at least for me. But it does have a massive positive ratio, 314,000 upvotes to 24,000 downvotes. That has to be acknowledged. So, but a lot of the discussion around this is female Silver Surfer and how bad she looks. Now, we already knew female Silver Surfer was going to be in this movie, but wow, does she look terrible. And this is an image, from, nearly 20 years ago in the Fantastic Four movies with Silver Surfer. Looked much better than in this trailer. The CG was probably the biggest problem in the Fantastic Four trailer. I mean, overall, don't get me wrong. If I know nothing about the nonsense surrounding Marvel and the things that the morons involved with this movie have said, then I might look at that trailer and just go, oh man, that looks pretty interesting. It looks pretty good, but I know way too much. Like, for instance, right here, the actor playing Johnny Storm spoke to Marvel about Johnny Storm, where we are culturally. He was this womanizing guy, but is that sexy these days? Don't think so. So you've already got that going on, which takes a huge element away from the Fantastic Four. There's very, very strong rumors, and it's pretty obvious that it's going to be a Sue Storm movie. That's not a guess that I'm originating. Everybody that's looked at this kind of feels that way. Plus, you've got Pedro Pascal in it, who is a complete and total beta, and he'll cuck to anything that Hollywood tells him to cuck to, so he fits right in line with that. And having him as Reed Richards is another huge problem. Like, if you look at the trailer without all of the nonsense that I'm telling you about right now, you may look at that and go, I mean, it looks pretty good. And it probably does look pretty good to the uninitiated. But I mean, you've got everybody roasting it. Even the Hodge twins retweeted Gary. Right here, the T-1000 in the 80s looked better than this. And Gary's tweet's obviously getting a ton of traction. And you look at the Daily Bugle tweeted this out. Sydney Sweeney as the Silver Surfer. I think we all would support that. But that's not really even the point. Making the female Silver Surfer attractive is obviously one element of this, but there's a disease within Hollywood, and it's called social justice and representation. And as long as that's at the forefront of the projects they're working on, nothing else really matters. It doesn't really matter. Now, again, as I've said, I think this movie is probably not going to be good. I think this movie is probably going to be an absolute disaster. But if you look at the overall reaction right now, I am in the minority on that. This trailer released 9 hours ago. It's #1 on trending. It has 8.5 million views here on the Marvel Entertainment Channel, and it has a massive positive ratio. So did this hit with the normies? Maybe. How is word of mouth going to be when this movie drops will be a huge element. Has Marvel damaged their brand, which we already know that they have damaged their brand pretty significantly, as has Pixar, Disney overall with the Lucasfilm. They've all of these brands have been damaged. But can the Fantastic Four overcome that? Now, I don't know what the budget is for this movie, but I would imagine this movie needs to make like $700 or $800 million to break even. I could be wrong about that, but that's typically where you are with these budgets for these Marvel movies, and they're probably putting a lot into this one. Plus, there's going to be a lot of competition when this movie releases, so that will be very interesting to see how that all plays out. Will I end up going to see the movie? Probably, so I can cover it, but as a fan, I truly don't care. I have zero interest and I have zero faith that this project is going to actually be good, because Marvel and the people involved with this project have essentially told us exactly what it's going to be. And they are more worried about social justice politics and real world narratives other than just making a good movie. And this female Silver Surfer thing is just absolute nonsense. I know they're pulling from obscure stories to try to justify it. It doesn't matter. It's absolutely ridiculous. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.